Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Evans Ken, and today I want to show you something very important. Like, it's something that I've been transitioning in my life, and I want to show you how you can do it as well. So today I'm sharing with you how to stop trading time for money. Now, a lot of you guys do this a lot, like especially as freelancers, as agencies. We are literally doing this, like we are in the grind, constantly hustling and all these things. So how do you stop, trading your time for money? So let me give you a very practical way I was able to do it, or I'm making this transition in my business. The first thing in the first place, like, why should you not trade time for money? Most people think, well, that's a cool thing to do, like trading time for money, like it's literally how the world goes, right? But you will realize that, like, that does not give you a lot of income. Do you know why? Because you have just barely some amount of time. You don't have all the time in the world. You have 24 hours in a day, so there is limited to there's limit to how much you can make in 24 hours, in quotes, if you are trading time for money. If you are earning a $1,000 per hour, means you can only earn $24,000 at the max for the whole day. And guess what? Most people don't have 24 hours. As a matter of fact, all of us, we don't have 24 hours. Do you know why? Because in 24 hours that you have in Cove, you're going to sleep in 24 hours, you're going to eat in 24 hours, you're going to go through your social media, go through so many things. So you don't have 24 hours. 24 hours is not there for you. You only have barely, let's say, 8 to 10 or 16 hours, depending on how hard you put in the effort to actually be able to build something tangible with the little time you have. So it's not like 24 hours, your productive time is less than 24 hours. So now, why should you stop trading time for money? It's basically that you don't have all the time in the world. But there is something you can do that can, instead of trading your time for money, you can transition. And that's one thing I've been doing in my business. I stopped doing a lot of time for money trades this year, and here is how I am doing it. The first thing I do is I no longer take projects that are time for money. Like, I no longer design for just one-time payment. I no longer do things for one-time payments. Okay, I do things for recurring payments. So what you want to do is find a way to earn recurring for income from the same things you do. So for my funnel building services and for my agency and other things, I try as much as possible to take on only projects that I can have recurring income from it. So if I spend the time today, I don't have to spend the same time tomorrow, and I don't earn from it once. So if I am going to build a funnel, I want to make sure that I can keep earning from that sales funnel for the next 5, 10, 6, 7, 8 months or year. Okay, so I want to make sure that I am only working for recurring income, and that is very important for you. So you want to also ensure that you are building a recurring income base. When you do this, you are going to be able to literally stop trading your time. Of course, you're still going to put in time. I'm not saying you're not going to put in time, but then you're still going to be able to, instead of now getting paid once for that time, you get paid over and over again. So the other time you have now can be free to do any other thing. Okay, that is one thing. Then the second thing you can do is productify. Okay, I know this is crazy, but do you know you can literally productify yourself? Like, instead of being the guy doing the hands-on thing, you can stop being on hand and become how do I put it? Become a product instead of a service. You can productify yourself and not have to be there. Take, for instance, you can take your knowledge. I build funnels, right? But what I do to productify is I take my funnel building skills, I turn it into an online course, and I sell it. So for every time somebody buys my online course, I make money. Okay, that is productifying my skill. Instead of being the guy, let's say you do carpentry, or you do cleaning, you do laundry, you do anything. Okay, if you do laundry, you have a process, you have a system that you use. Can you take that thing that you do and find a way of creating a product out of it that you can sell to multiple people? The fact is, I can't build 1,000 funnels in a day, right? I can't, like literally impossible. But I can sell 1,000 courses on funnel building in a day, literally. So the sky is the limit. So the next thing you do is productifying. Okay, find a way of turning your expertise, your skills, your what you do, your job. Find a way of turning it into a product. Maybe it as a side hustle, but whatever. Find a way of making it a product that somebody can buy without having you to physically use your time to deliver it again. The next thing you can do is, which I am also experimenting on, is delegating and outsourcing. Okay, for the first time in my life, like for the first time this year, I was hiring copywriters, funnel builders to actually do the exact thing I do. Okay, there's something about we creative people. We are so good at what we do, and we feel like we are the best at it, and we can't like give it up to any other person. But when you look at it over time, you discover that maybe you don't even enjoy doing that thing. Maybe you are just doing it because you think you have to do it. So what I did for myself is I told myself, why don't I just like give up control and just let this thing go, let this work without me, right? So, and for the first time, I hired somebody paid to have something built for me. So you can also start experimenting with delegating tasks that doesn't require your time. Hire somebody to do it. Don't do it yourself. Hire somebody to do it. And when you hire somebody to do it, you suddenly free up more space. Okay, even if you are like, if you are employed to do a job, you can sublease. I don't know, depending on what country you are and the laws in that country. But if I hire somebody if somebody hires me to do a job, I can get it done for less as an agency, hire freelancers to do it for my agency and deliver it in the name of my agency. And it's still gonna be like, oh, Evans did this. Are you getting it? So you have to find a way of delegating and outsourcing tasks. Okay, then the final thing I'm going to share with you is automation. Like, this is crazy, like very, very crazy. Imagine if you can find a way of automating and letting machines, computers, systems, integrations take over the things you do manually. Okay, scheduling, all these things, they help you. So find a way of automating your task. Find a way of automating. Like, automations are cool, they're going to save you time, and you're going to stop trading time for money. So if you have this system in place, you no longer like basically you productify. Are you getting it? And then you look for recurring income, you build a recurring income base, and then you automate. Are you getting it? And you delegate and outsource. These 4 things, if you do it, you are going to be able to stop literally trading time for money. You're going to have more time, and you won't have to like work for every time you earn. Okay, you can earn without working. So imagine if you have 100 emails already programmed to go for the next 100 days. Now, what if, Evans, how do I write 100 emails? Remember, you can delegate, you can outsource. You can outsource somebody to write 100 emails for you, and then have the person automate it. And for the next 100 days, you are going to be earning from those emails, and you did not have to move a finger. Like, you don't have to move a finger anymore. So when you look at it from that angle, you suddenly discover that everything is working perfectly. And if you ever have to literally be on the job, if you ever have to be on the job, make sure you are not paid once. Like, try as much as possible to the best of your capacity. You are not just paid once. You want to be a partner in the thing. You want to have interest, equity, I don't know, whichever way it works, maybe royalty, recurring commission, whichever way you want to do it. Just make sure you are earning recurring for the same amount of time you put into the business. So those are 4 ways you can literally stop trading time for money. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy it, hit the like button below so that YouTube can show this video to many more people, and others can also be able to get value from this. I want you to follow me and also click the subscribe button. I have a free book for you, and this book shows you how I grew my business by over 22,500% in just 2 months. I know that's a record to break. It's crazy, but I did it, and I want to show you how I did it and how you can do the same thing regardless of any business you are in, right? Any business you are in, you can do it for yourself as well. So go right now, click the link below, and I'm going to see you in the next video, probably tomorrow, until the next video drops. Cheers, and see you later, guys.